162 files on UFOs released from tens of millions of records. This is About Space Today's special report, and I'm David Denault. The government has declassified never-before-seen UFO files from multiple government agencies, including the military, FBI, NASA, and the State Department as part of a new transparency effort. This interagency effort also involves the Department of Energy, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, and the White House. Quick to respond to the release was Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett talking with Clay Travis.
In a classified briefing with some little punk in a man bun telling you that the president is on a need-to-know basis, that raises a very big question. Why is the president on a need-to-know basis? Why is he not informed of this stuff immediately upon taking office? It's just power out of control. It is the classic deep state. I don't know what else to call it. And there's been a concerted effort, for whatever reason, to not let America see what's going on. And two, why in the world would you better be concerned when something flies in our airspace without any control at all? I mean, we've scrubbed missions because of these things. We've had helicopters that have literally almost been brought down because these things were flying so close to them in military installations. And so this is what some of the stuff's going to show. And I look forward to it. The first committee meeting we had on it, when we had Navy people, we had scientists there, and these are sworn testimony. And they said, does anybody on planet Earth have this capability? And they said, absolutely not. All three of them. Sworn testimony.
According to the report on declassified documents from the Department of War released in May 2026, several files highlight small occupants. 1966 FBI memo, an internal memo from the FBI San Francisco office to Director J. Edgar Hoover, cites reports of three, quote, 3.5 to 4 foot tall, end quote, beings wearing spacesuits and helmets. 1967 Virginia incident, a report involving James C. Collins, who claimed to see an oblong craft containing, quote, undersized creatures, end quote, about 4 foot tall in Chesapeake, Virginia in January 1967. And these reports are heavily documented. Another person who has searched for extraterrestrial evidence is Harvard professor Avi Loeb, who says it's difficult to determine details because of the redactions in the report.
My research team, we went through all of the data that was released, and unfortunately, in many cases, there were reductions, so we couldn't really infer what the actual velocity or what is the time that elapsed when we're looking at the video, what is the distance of the objects we're looking at from the camera, what was the camera doing, was it attached to an airplane or something else? And all these uncertainties did not allow us to come to a conclusion that we're looking at something unusual. I mean, anything out of this world, but it's the opening shot in a long journey. It's the first step. And in the coming weeks, we'll get much more intriguing data that will inspire us to do more research into it. For example, there are 46 videos that were requested from the Pentagon by Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna, and presumably they will be released in the next batch, the next release that hopefully will be within a week or so. Then I think we might have a steady stream in the coming weeks of new information, and that makes it exciting. And obviously there will be the film of Steven Spielberg, Disclosure Day, coming out in June. And my hope is that Disclosure Day will come in reality, because nature is much more imaginative than even Steven Spielberg.
Within the coming weeks, more documents will be declassified, and I don't believe it's going to be a shock to anyone. After all these years of denial, and the idea that small gray aliens and spacecraft that cannot be explained didn't exist has to be the worst kept government secret ever. See our Facebook page at aboutspace.today for launches, landings, and special reports. And if you like our reports, click like, follow, and hit that subscribe button. And to all our listeners around the globe and here in the U.S., thanks for taking time from your home or from where you work to listen today. I'm David Denault.